All right. You know what time it is. You know what that music means. It's the Fabulous 4 plus 1 more. Let's start off with baseball. This week, baseball will kick into gear. Spring training has been going on ever since about early, mid-February. And it's about time. Yeah, it's about that time. Spring is here, so the boys of summer. Okay, go for it. Okay, Yeah. should be what? It should be winter training. Yeah. But you know what? Where they are, where they perform the act, I guess it's kind of like it would be the equivalent to springtime weather. Slide this time. First up, man, if we need to hold something, like if you need a loan of some type, make sure you go holler at star center fielder Mike Trout. Him and the Los Angeles Dodgers are finalizing the largest contract in professional sports history. A 12-year deal worth more than $430 million that will smash previous records. And would keep that player. Mike Trout is a generational player, and they will be able to keep him basically in L.A. for the remainder of his career. And that is courtesy of ESPN.com. That's crazy. I know one of his good friends, Bryce Harper of now the Philadelphia Phillies, was saying that after this year, because this was the last year of Mike Trout's contract, he was saying that after this year, I'm going to go get him, which is tampering and illegal. But that's not the point. That's how good Mike Trout is. And it's really been a shame that Mike Trout and the LA Angels was the LA Angels of Anaheim ×2 or whatever the hell the name is. Anyway, it's been a shame that they haven't really got deeper into postseason play since Trout has been there. Regardless, though, let's move on with the 2019 Major League regular season schedule. It begins in Japan this year, the Japan Opening Series, as they're calling it, featuring the Oakland Athletics and the Seattle Mariners at the Tokyo Dome in Tokyo. And this starts March 20th through 21st. Traditional opening day featuring all 30 other Major League clubs will take place on Thursday, March 28th. Yeah. And let's see who our teams, we got 4 of them. We're going to have 3 this year, though. I think we're going to go 3 because Chicago White Sox have been sucking. So I think we're going to null this thing down and file this thing on down to 3. Anyway, the Atlanta Braves, they take on the aforementioned Philadelphia Phillies. And pitcher Julio Teheran, he will be on the mound as the opening day pitcher. The Phillies free agent Bryce Harper, he hurt his ankle in the spring training. Well, actually, he didn't hurt his ankle. Somebody helped him by throwing a pitch, a wild pitch, and it hit him in the ankle. Anyway, he should be back by opening day. Next up, our beloved Chicago Cubs will take on the Texas Rangers, and pitcher John Lester will be the opening day starter. He's been named the starter since the second day of spring training. Hell, I think he's been named the starter since the second day of the off season, which was a bit long. I'm not going to even spend any time on that. But Lester, he'll need to go a while because the Cubs already have pitching woes in the bullpen. Pedro Strop, Brandon Moore, just to name a couple. So we're going to actually need some innings from John Lester, okay? We need that. And honestly, I'm going to need the Cubs to really start the season off well. Then you can kind of ride the wave in the middle of the season. And then I need a good push at the end of the season. Because, and this is purely for selfish reasons, I picked you guys to go through to win 3 World Series out of 5 back in the 16. So I need you guys to win the next 2. This year and next year. Anyway, Who got? Okay, and Boston, the defending World Series champs, they will play Seattle, and their starting pitcher will be Chris Sale. I don't know. Is it just me, or is it that Mookie Betts being the AL's best player last year? Like, I hardly see him on TV. How can you be the best player in Major League Baseball, especially in the American League, and your team has won the World Series? And I don't think I've ever seen Mookie Betts on ESPN. I've seen him on Instagram only because I follow him. What is going on? Anyway, next up, we're going to give you a 2-for-1 right here. Boxing and golf. Don't ask me how it intercorrelates. I don't know. I just said, forget it. Let's go with boxing and golf right here. On this past Saturday, a highly touted... I can't talk, Troy. I don't know why. On this past Saturday, a highly touted matchup of undefeateds took place. Errol Spence Jr., 25-0 with 20 knockouts, versus Mikey Garcia, 39-0 with 30 KOs. Now, it was a shutout, people. 120-107 was one judge. A 120-108 was another judge. And a 120-108 was the third judge. I'm talking about Errol Spence totally dominated this fight. Mikey was totally outclassed. I'm talking about Errol was the faster competitor. He was even more skilled competitor than Mikey Garcia. And that's saying a lot, being that both of these fighters have more than 50 fights under their belts and more than 50 KOs under their belts. So Errol Spence is now looking to go to another echelon here. He's trying to attract Pacquiao, from what I've heard, and some other fighters in their welterweight division. And that was courtesy of ESPN also.